everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my cold living room today. My heater is out, my furnace is out, and it needs to be replaced. So that's a thing right now. A lot of these videos are kind of like backlogged and pre-recorded, so it shouldn't interrupt anything, but I am going to get out of here and go stay with some friends for a while, at least while it's cold. I guess that's really the great thing about where I live. Like 3 days ago it was 3 degrees and tomorrow it's going to be 68, so there's that, I guess. Anyway, I've got a lot of questions about winter sowing, and more specifically a couple people have asked, like, can you just do a breakdown of the things you're going to winter sow in January? Because I realize it can be kind of like, oh, like what do I do the first time you do it, especially if you're new to gardening. I think I really had the advantage that I wasn't really that new to gardening when I started winter sowing, because I kind of had a good idea of what the plants could handle and what my climate was going to be like and things like that. So my best advice would be find out your growing zone first and foremost, because winter sowing isn't for everybody. It works for me really well because I have this period of cold in the winter and it gets real cold and snows and everything, and then it just warms up real quick in the springtime and goes almost straight into summer. I really need that head start. My summer it just gets hot, humid, and sticky real quick. And there's not that nice mild temperature. If you live somewhere where, your summers are really mild, or maybe it stays in the 70s, whatever, you probably don't need to winter sow. Or if you live in, say, like zone 9, it's not really winter sowing per se, because, you might have to chill the seeds yourself. It might get too hot during the day. If you're using the container as a little mini greenhouse, there really are just a lot of factors that play into it. But anyway, moving on to talking about things that I am going to be winter sowing this year in January. First and foremost, things that are great for winter sowing are perennials, and it could be perennial flowers, perennial, whatever, things like asparagus. Perennials do really great with winter sowing because for the most part they overwinter in your zone. The only really thing you need to look out for is that the perennial is actually hardy in your zone that you're trying to grow it in. So for example, if you wanted to grow a perennial that was only hardy to zone 8 and I'm in zone 6, it's not going to work out because it's still going to be too cold. But if I wanted to grow a perennial that is hardy to zone 4, I can winter sow that in January, because naturally that's what that seed or plant or whatever would experience in nature. I hope this is making sense. Does this make sense? You can winter sow perennials in January, but I would stick to only perennials that are actually hardy in your zone. I hope that makes sense. I am not very good at explaining this stuff. And you don't have to be stopped at just plants. You can go germinate strawberries. Alpine strawberries germinate great. I started them last year in January with winter sowing. They did wonderful. Things like butterfly bushes. It's just a great way to build up that perennial stock in your garden without spending much money, because let's just be real, going up to Home Depot, that can cost a lot of money sometimes. So, in addition to the perennials, there are also tons of green vegetables that you can plant in your winter sowing containers in January. For this, you really want to focus on the things that are cold tolerant. I don't know, my washing machine is so loud. Can you guys hear that? Anyway, you really want to focus on the things that are cold tolerant. Things like the brassicas, cabbages, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a big old list of everything that I'm winter sowing, both vegetables and flowers, in January for you guys to check out. I'm not going to mention them all here. Personally, my extension office has this little chart that says when it's safe to plant things out. I'd be willing to bet that a lot of extension offices have something like this. If all you got to do is probably just shoot them an email or something. I don't know. Basically, I look at the chart and I see, okay, well, what is safe to plant before my last frost date? Here, my last frost date is usually about May. First week of May, end of April, something like that. So if I'm looking at my chart and it says safe to plant March 15th, I know that I can go ahead and winter sow that because that has some cold tolerance, because they wouldn't tell me to plant it before my last frost date unless it had some cold tolerance, you know what I mean? So really, the main important thing is just figuring out what plants have that cold tolerance. And once you figure that out, then you say, okay, well, how how far in advance do I want to winter sow these. And of course you can do it in January, you can continue into February. It's not this time sensitive, oh I've got to rush and do it type of thing for the most part. Most cases, the things you plant in February they'll be fine too. Things like, you know, broccoli and cauliflower, I do like to get a jump start in those because it gets so hot in the summertime and they take like 95 days to maturity, and I don't have 95 days here, so that's why I start those in January. Things like kale and lettuce, you can wait a little bit. In addition to all those leafy greens, which, you know, woo, great leafy greens, you can always start to think about root crops as well, which is something that I always kind of overlook. Things like carrots, beets, turnips, everything like that. You can winter sow those and get a early crop of those. Some nice spring radishes that aren't that, you know, hot radishes that you get in the summertime. Those are really nice. And yes, a lot of the root vegetables, they kind of can be, you know, like, oh, do I really want to transplant these? But I think if you want to, I think you should totally just give it a try. Things like onions do absolutely great. I've never had success growing onions from seed until I winter sowed onions, and it was awesome. Like, talk about sense of accomplishment. Just growing onions isn't my strong point. Who would have thought, right? And winter sowing definitely helped that out for sure. Sorry, I had to look at my notes. I got notes down here. Last but not least, herbs. Herbs are so great to winter sow. Not all herbs. Things like basil, they are heat loving. That's not going to work. But if you've ever, you know, seen somebody's herb box out in the garden during the winter time, things like rosemary, you know, sage, even mint. Mint does so well with winter sowing. Just be careful because you don't want too much of the stuff. I've done that. You know, the reason herbs are such a good option is because the germination can be a little tough. You know, some of them have really long germination times, and if you're growing them indoors, it can be just, I don't know, a little tricky, a little complicated. And I mean, not everybody wants to take up valuable space under the grow lights for things like mint, you know? And you know, the most appealing part is that this is so easy and so cost effective, it's not even funny. So really, that's about it. I'm gonna put a couple boxes up there, and that's all the stuff that I'm gonna be winter sowing in January. And of course, I'm gonna be continuing to make the videos, hopefully, fingers crossed, as long as my moving out doesn't interrupt anything. I hope y'all are having a great day. As always, leave any questions down in the comments. I'll try to answer as best as possible, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.